welcome. My name is Tennessee. Today I am bringing you a vinyasa class working into week 1 of Eka Pada Koundinyasana. So I like to do my classes in a 4-week progression to a peak posture. So your peak posture is hurdler's pose or Eka Pada Koundinyasana B, or flying splits if you want to call it that. So with that said, we will not go into that peak posture today, but I will guide you in. So I'll offer you kind of steps, warm up the body to get you into that posture, and then we'll build onto it each week. So by week 4, you're actually flowing into the posture itself. So let's get started. We're going to meet in a Supta Baddha Konasana. So come all the way back onto your backs. Bring the soles of your feet together, your knees out wide, and come all the way down. Now, if you have blocks or books or anything around the house and you want to place those underneath your knees, you are more than welcome. This is quite the hip opener to start. So I always start my classes with a chakra clearing, so you're going to be here for the first few minutes of class, so make yourself comfortable. If this is too much, you can always bring your knees into your midline. You can always just lay your legs straight out in front of you in a Shavasana as well. So go ahead and get into your posture, settle in. Go ahead and close your eyes. Inhale, completely fill up your lungs. Audible exhale, let it go. Let's do that again. Inhale, completely fill up. Audible exhale, release. Just see if you can surrender a little bit further onto the mat. Releasing any tension through your body, checking in with your head, your neck, your shoulders, your hips, your low back, your knees, your ankles, and your feet. Now this time, inhale through your nose. Find a constriction in the back of your throat and then exhale through your nose. This is your Ujjayi pranayama. Inhaling through your nose and then exhaling through your nose. Just see if you can make your inhale the same length as it is your exhale with the same intensity. I want you to carry this breath throughout your practice today, through each posture, through each movement as we go through. Now just start to clear your mind and bring your focus, your energy, your awareness to the base of your spine, to your root chakra, your first chakra. This is your I am space, your foundation, your safety, your security. This is where everything starts. Just check in, notice what feels good, notice if any discomfort. On your inhale, bring your energy, your awareness, your focus into your second chakra, the space below your belly button, your sacral, your I feel space, where you house your emotions, your desires, your sexuality, also known as your mother womb. Now slowly draw the energy up into your third chakra, the space above your belly button, your solar plexus, your I do space. This is what drives you, where your passions, your creativity, your power all lie. Now gently move the energy up into your fourth chakra, your heart, your I love space, your space of relationships, self-acceptance, and unconditional love. Slowly guide the energy into your fifth chakra, your throat, your I speak space, your space of communication, your truth. Now slowly move the energy into your sixth chakra, the space just between your eyebrows, your I see space, your space of intuition, your third eye. And then finally, take your focus, your energy, awareness all the way above your head to your seventh chakra, your crown chakra, your I understand space, your path to enlightenment. I want you to draw the energy all the way down to the base of your spine and then inhale it through the 7 chakras to the crown of your head. Notice if anything gets stuck, if any discomforts, or if it feels good. Work to bring your focus, your energy, your awareness to those areas throughout your class today. One big clearing breath in. Audible exhale, let that go. Nice work, guys. Flutter your eyes open. Hug your knees up into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Find Apanasana, wind relieving pose. Option to reach for opposite elbows for a deeper compression. Just breathe. Now slowly lower the soles of your feet down just outside your sitting bones. Your knees are up. Work your way into a bridge pose, Sattva Baddha Sarvasana. So go ahead and lift your hips up to the ceiling. Ground through all 4 corners of your feet. Option to place your hands outside your hips, palms face down. Option to find the bound bridge and release your hands to the small of your back. Roll your shoulders underneath your shoulder blades.
Can you lift a little higher? Good. Exhale, slowly release. Release your hands if you're in your bind. Lower your hips all the way down to your mat. Now just knock your knees side to side like windshield wipers left to right. Find an easy supine twist over to your right. So allow your knees to fall over to the right side of your mat. It's okay if they're staggered. Let your left knee fall into your midline. Right knee falls out to the side. Just feel a stretch through your left hip. Just breathe. Inhale, slowly come all the way back to your midline. Knock your knees side to side like windshield wipers. This time find the easy supine twist over to your left. Allow your knees to fall and stagger. Good, now slowly work everything back into your midline. Go ahead and extend your right leg all the way up to the ceiling. Now take your right peace fingers to your right big toe. If this is too much, you can always grab a strap or a towel and then walk your hand closer to your foot. Soften in your knee if necessary. Now work to extend your left leg long to the top of your mat. Take your left hand on top of your left hip, grounding in. Inhale, lift your head up off your mat as you pull your leg closer to your forehead. Exhale, take your right leg over to your right side. Keep grounding through your left hip. You can lower your head down. Breathe. Inhale, pull everything back into your midline. Go ahead and release your foot or your strap. Set the sole of your right foot down and then switch it out. Go ahead and extend your left leg all the way into the ceiling. Take your left peace fingers to your left big toe. You can bend your knees as much as you need or your strap wrap around the blades of your feet or a towel, working your hand closer to your foot. Now, straighten out your right leg. Place your right hand on top of your right hip to keep grounding. Inhale, lift your head, your shoulders up off your mat as you pull your leg closer in. Exhale, lower your head. Take your left leg out to your left side. Breathe. One more breath. Inhale, bring everything back into your midline. Slowly release your foot. Hug your knees back up into your chest. Rock and roll front to back, all the way to a tabletop. So just cross at your ankles, plant your hands down, send your feet back behind, come all the way down to your knees. Stack your shoulders to your wrists, hips in line with your knees, belly button pulls into spine. Option to ground through the tops of your feet, option to tuck your toes under. Inhale, cow pose, gaze up, bellies down. Exhale, cat, tuck in, dome up, round up through your shoulder blades. Maybe add some movement side to side, left to right. Inhale, cow pose, gaze up, bellies down. So you can broaden through your collarbones a little bit further. Exhale, cat, tuck in, dome up. Pull your hip bones up to your rib cage. Breathe. Let's do one more round here. Inhale, cow. And then exhale, cat. Now slowly work your way back to your neutral spine. Just turn your fingers back towards your knees. You can tuck your toes under. Find the wrist stretch here. So you're either going to shift your hips back and hold, or you can shift forward and back, creating more pressure to the wrist or to the forearm, stretching that out. Just breathe through it. Now slowly work your way back to your tabletop. Just turn your fingers face forward. Inhale, right arm extends up. Take your gaze up to your right hand. Exhale, thread your needle. Send your right arm underneath your left. Draw your right cheek down. Breathe. Keep your hips lifted. Just find your breath. One more here. Inhale, slowly reach your right hand all the way up. Gaze up, hold. Find wrist circles forward and back. Exhale, tabletop. Let's switch that out. Inhale, left arm extends up, gaze up. Exhale, thread your needle. Send your left arm underneath your right. Draw your left cheek down. One more breath. Inhale, slowly sweep your left arm back up. Take your gaze up, hold here. Find your wrist circles forward and back. Exhale, tabletop. Now tuck your toes under, lift your tailbone high, find your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So first down dog of your class, your feet are about hip width distance. Take your gaze in between your feet, torso to your thighs. You can bend your knees as much as you need to in your downward dog. Keep grounding through your first finger and your thumb. Make sure your fingers are spread wide. Inhale, come up onto your tippy toes, roll into your high plank and hold. Stack your shoulders to your wrists, hips in line with your shoulders, bellies draw in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe here. Maybe pedal out your feet. Find the external rotation through your inner thighs. Wrap your triceps towards your ears. Relax your jaw. Inhale, come back up onto your tippy toes, roll into your high plank. This time lower all the way down to your bellies. Hug your elbows into your rib cage, untuck your toes, ground through the tops of your feet, through your hip bones. Inhale, Bhujangasana Cobra. Lift your chest up, hug your elbows back, shoulders melt away. Keep grounding through the tops of your legs. Exhale, slowly lower. Let's do that again. Inhale, Bhujangasana Cobra. Lift up, hug back. Exhale, slowly lower. Now tuck your toes under, come up onto your knees, lift your tailbone high, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe. This time take your gaze to the top of your mat, walk your feet to meet your hands, Uttanasana, forward fold. Ragdoll pose, reach for opposite elbows, sway your bodies left to right. Maybe nod your head yes or no, bend your knees as much as you need to, allow your upper body to hang heavy. Release any tension through the small of your back and the back of your legs. One more breath. Exhale, forward fold. Draw your hands down towards your mat. Heel toe your toes together. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Arms sweep all the way up. Exhale, draw your hands down to your heart center. Inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Hands by your side, palms face forward. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Arms sweep all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, belly button pulls into spine, shoulders melt away from your ears, palms in front of your shin bones facing towards one another. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to your high plank, lower halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Hug your elbows into your side bodies. Inhale, upward facing dog. Knees and hips lift up off your mat, arms are straight, gaze ahead. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe, let that go. Belly button pulls into spine, find your breath. One more here. Now take your gaze back to the top of your mat. Step or jump, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands down to your heart center. Inhale, exhale, Tadasana. Let's flow through that Sane. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog, warrior cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe. Let it go. Now take your gaze back to the top of your mat, step or jump, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Uttanasana. Toes to touch, knees to touch, squeeze your inner thighs. Tailbone draws back and down, belly's in, chest is lifted, arms are strong. Now make sure you can see all 10 toes. So pull your knees back, tailbone drops down if you need to. Good guys, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, sit it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right heel rises. Exhale, draw your right knee to your right tricep. So shift forward, come up onto your left tippy toe, shift forward, bring your right knee up and in, hold it here. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, warrior one. Step to the inside of your right hand, your back foot steps into a 45. Ground through the blade of your back foot, front knee stacks to your front ankle, hips and shoulders are square to the top of your mat, arms are strong. Now sink into your front thigh, breathe. Exhale, plant it down, send it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left heel rises. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Shift forward, bring your knee up as high as you can into your left tricep. Exhale, three-legged dog. Good, inhale. Exhale, warrior one, steps to the inside of your left hand. Back foot steps into a 45, front knee stacks, hip shoulders are square, arms are strong. Exhale, plant it down, send it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, let it go. Breathe. Now take your gaze back to the top of your mat, step or jump, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Uttanasana, toes to touch, knees to touch, arms sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant down, send it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right heel rises. Exhale, right knee to right tricep, shift forward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Sweep your right heel high. Exhale, warrior one. Step to the inside of your right hand, back foot steps in. Front knee stacks, hip shoulders are square, arms are strong. Exhale, plant it down, sit it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left heel rises. Exhale, left knee to left tricep, hold. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, warrior one. Step to the inside of your left hand, back foot steps in. Front knee stacks, arms are strong. Exhale, plant it down, send it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let it go, guys. Work your way down to a child's pose. Bring your knees out wide, toes to touch. Just draw your third eye down, breathe, let that go. Connect back into your body, connect with your breath. Give me one more breath here. Now everybody, plant your hands down to the top of your mat. Spread your fingers wide. Grip your mat like you're gripping a basketball. Lift your forearms up. Find child's pose push-ups. So roll forward. As you roll forward, tuck your pelvis under, dome up through your shoulder blades. Exhale, lower down to a hover. Hug your elbows into your side body. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, send it back. Keep it going here. Roll forward, lower down to a hover. Lift up, send it back. Try to keep the tops of your feet grounding. This is the proper form of a chaturanga in the upper body. So elbows hugging back and in, shoulders melting away from your ears. Just give me one more here. Now hold it down to a hover. Can you pulse, lift and lower? For 4, 3, 2, 1. Send it back, child's pose. Whew, bring the palms of your hands together. Bring the knuckles of your thumbs to the nape of your neck. Stretch out your triceps. Let it go. You have one more breath. Everybody plant your hands down to the top of your mat. Tuck your toes under, lift your tailbone high, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, breathe. Find your breath. Inhale, right heel rises. Exhale, pyramid. Step to the inside of your right hand. Now straighten out your front leg. Step your left foot closer into a 45. So ground through the blade of your back foot. Now, option for blocks to bring the ground up to place under your hands. Otherwise, you can walk your hands further back. Lead your forehead to your to your knee or to your shin. Breathe. You want to keep your hips in one line. You have one more breath. Good. Now everybody plant your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Inhale. Exhale, revolve pyramid. Just send your right arm straight up. Work your shoulders to stack. Extend through the crown of your head. Again, if you need a block, place the block underneath your left hand. Keep extending through the crown of your head, extending your spine. One more breath. Good. Exhale, open up warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Now go ahead and adjust your stance wide. Ground through the blade of your back foot. Your front knee stacks to your front ankle. Work for the heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. Arms are out strong. Take your gaze down your front middle finger. Now can you give me 2 more inches into your front thigh? Good. Inhale, reverse your warrior 2. Reach your right arm up and back, left arm down. Exhale, extended side angle. Cartwheel your right hand to the inside of your right ankle. Now option for a block here to bring the ground up. Other option, take your elbow on top of your right thigh and extend your left arm straight up, over, reaching towards the front of your mat, or find a bind, either your half or your full bind. Now, if your left hand touches the inside of your right thigh, then you can take your full bind. Dropping your shoulder, reaching back for your hand, working your shoulders back to stack. Try not to dump down through your midline here. Work your shoulders back, lift up with the external oblique. You have one more breath. Now everybody, if you're in a bind, release your bind. Plant your right hand to the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, half moon. Shift your weight forward. Now activate your lifted leg. Work your shoulders back to stack. Hips are open. Flex your toes back towards your shin. Option for a block underneath your right hand to bring the ground up. Otherwise, you can work for the hover. Find your balance, find your control. You have one more breath. Exhale, wide forward fold. Pragurita Padasana to the side edge of your mat. Straighten out your legs, turn your right toes in. Walk your hands shoulder width distance in between your feet, torso to your thighs, crowning your head down. Take your stance as wide as you need. Breathe. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to deepen, so you can get a little bit deeper. One more breath. Now everybody, walk your hands back to the side edge of your mat. Take your gaze to the top of your mat. Crawl your way forward to your dragon lunge. Keep your back knee lifted. Plant both hands to the inside of your right foot. Now shift forward with the ball of your left, and then lower your back knee down. Untuck your back toes. Keep hugging your right knee up and in. Now option to come all the way down to your forearms. Option to stay lifted. If you need to, place blocks. You can place your blocks with your hands down or come up or onto your forearms. You can also place a block under your back knee. And keep pulling your hips down and forward. Breathe. One more breath. Exhale, twisted dragon. Go ahead and heel toe your right foot out to a 45. Come onto the blade of your right foot. Gently press your knee out as you take your gaze up over your right shoulder. Keep pulling your hips down and forward. That feels good. You can add any movement you need here. So if it feels good to rock your hips or circle your hips, you can do that. You have one more breath. Good, now everybody plant your hands down to the top of your mat. Just heel toe your right foot forward or to the top edge of your mat. Now tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee. Drop your right shoulder underneath your right knee. Plant your right hand out to the side. Now, you can keep your palm down and stay here. Other option is take your left hand out to your left side and plant both hands down. Your final option, keep lifting with your back leg. Find the hover, lift your arms up. Modified Eka Pada Koundinyasana B. Breathe. Hold it here. Find the balance, find the control. Activate through your core. You have one more breath. Exhale, plant your hands to the top of your mat. Send it back to a high plank. Lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let that go. Breathe. Nice, guys. Now inhale, left heel rises. Exhale, pyramid. Step to the inside of your left hand. Straighten out your left leg. Right foot steps into a 45. Round through the blade of your back foot. Hinging from your hips, lead your torso to the top of your thighs. And then work your forehead to your knee, to your shin, wherever feels good for you. Always option for blocks wherever you need support. Breathe. One more breath. Good, exhale, revolve pyramid. Plant your right hand to the inside of your left foot. Extend your left arm straight up. Now again, option for a block underneath your hand to bring the ground up. Extend your spine. Breathe here. One more breath. Inhale, exhale, open up warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. So adjust your stance wider. Round through the blade of your back foot. Your front knee stacks to your front ankle. Now work for the heel to heel, heel to arch alignment. Take your arms long, gaze down your front middle finger. Give me 2 more inches into your front thigh. Good. Inhale, reverse warrior 2. Reach your left arm up and back, right arm down. Exhale, extended side angle. Cartwheel your left hand to the inside of your ankle. Now again, option for a block here. Otherwise, just place your forearm on top of your thigh. Extend your right arm straight up, over, or work for your bind. Either half, or if you've got it, work your full bind. Work your shoulders back to stack. Lift up with the external oblique. Breathe. One more breath. Now everybody release your bind. Plant your left hand to the top of your mat. Inhale, exhale, half moon. Shift your weight forward. Actively your lifted leg. Flex your toes back towards your shin. Stack your hips, stack your shoulders. Option for a block, option for the hover. Option for your hand down to your mat. Fight for it here. You have one more breath. Yes, you can. Exhale, step back, wide forward fold. Eka Pada Koundinyasana to the side edge of your mat. So turn your left toes in, walk your hands shoulder width distance in between your feet. Now option for twists, option for binds, option for tripod headstand, if that's in your practice, whatever you need here. Everybody's different, so give your body whatever you need. Don't compare yourself, you're exactly where you need to be. Just breathe into it. You have one more breath. Now whatever variation you're in, slowly work your way back down, walk your hands to the side edge of your mat. Take your gaze to the top of your mat, crawl your way forward, find your dragon lunge. Keep your back knee lifted, plant both hands to the inside of your left foot. Now shift forward with the ball of your right, and then lower your back knee down, untuck your back toes. Now option to stay lifted, option to come all the way down to your forearms, option for blocks wherever you need supports. Keep hugging your left knee into your left shoulder. Breathe. And one more breath. Everybody plant your hands down. If you're already down to your forearms, lift back up. Exhale, twisted dragon, heel toe your left foot out to a 45. Come onto the blade of your left foot. Gently press your knee out as you take your gaze up over your left shoulder. Drawing your hips down and forward. Just one more breath. Now go ahead and plant both hands to the top of your mat. Just turn your left toes forward, heel toe back into the edge of your mat. Tuck your back toes under, lift through your back knee. Now active through your glute, through your hamstring. Option modified, Eka Pada Koundinyasana. So drop your left shoulder underneath your left knee. Plant your left hand out to your left side. Option to stay here. Option to bring your right arm back. Option to plant both hands down. Keep lifting up with the core, belly button pulls in the spine. Option for the hover. Reach your arms back and lift. Take your gaze slightly to the edge of your mat. Breathe. Find your balance, find your control. One more breath. Yes, you can, I promise. You fall out and you just get back in. Now everybody plant your hands to the top of your mat. Step back to your high plank. Lower down Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let that go. Breathe. Pedal out your feet. Now this side, roll forward into a high plank. Hold it here. Option to come all the way down to your forearms. Option to stay lifted. Bring your right knee up as high as you can to your right tricep. Step back. Left knee pulls into your left tricep. Step it back. Alternate right to left. Active through your core. Active through the external obliques. Breathing through. Give me 4, 3, 2. Hold your high plank and 1. Lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Keep grounding through the tops of your feet, through your hip bones. Now this time, bring your chin to the middle of your mat and place your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Extend your left arm out to your left side. Find your scorpion chest stretch. Now take the sole of your right foot up to the ceiling and then roll over to the left side of your mat. Stretching out through your chest. Relax your head, your neck, and your jaw. You want to keep your palm face down and in line with your wrist or your shoulder. Option to bend one knee. Option to bend both knees. Option both legs straight. Whatever feels good for you. Breathe. Inhale, slowly come all the way back to your midline. And then switch it out. Extend your right arm out to your right side, palm face down. Left hand underneath your left shoulder. Send the sole of your left foot up, and then roll over to your right side. Give me one more breath. Inhale, slowly bring everything back into your midline. Now, this time bring both arms out to a T, chin to the middle of your mat. Prepare for locust pose. So bring your big toes to touch behind you. Keep grounding through your hip bones and the soft part of your belly. On your inhale, you're gonna lift your head, your hands, your chest, and your feet up off your mat. Inhale, lift up. Now exhale, bound locust. Interlace your hands to the small of your back. Take your feet about hip width distance. Keep lifting up. Good, breathe. Take your gaze to the edge of your mat. One more breath. Exhale, slowly release. Plant your hands underneath your shoulder, either ear to your mat. Shake out your hips, let that go. Just breathe through it. Now tuck your toes under. Lift it up, downward facing dog, Adho Uttanasana. Pedal out your feet, breathe. Now this time take your gaze to the top of your mat. Step or jump, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Uttanasana, chair pose. Toes to touch, knees to touch. Draw your tailbone back and down, belly's in, chest is lifted, arms are strong. Now, draw your hands down to your heart center, load it into your left leg, parallel your right thigh towards your mat. Find your figure four. Take your right ankle on top of your left knee. Now sink down further into your left leg. Find your balance, find your control. Option for your chest to stay lifted. I'm gonna turn and face you guys. Option to stay here. Other option, just draw your hands down to your mat. Feel the stretch through the outer hip. Sink down further into your left leg. Maybe find some pulsing. Just let that feel good. One more breath. Now if your hands are down to your mat, lift back up to your chest, or hands lift up to your heart center. Lift your chest up, inhale. Exhale, warrior three, Virabhadrasana 3. Parallel your right thigh, send it back. Good, lower your torso halfway. Reach your arms out in front of you. Find your balance, find your control. Turn your pinky toe back towards your mat. So you want to keep your hips in one line here. Find your balance, you have one more breath. Exhale, chair pose. Toes to touch, knees to touch, arms sweep up. Draw your hands down to your heart center, load into your right leg, parallel your left thigh. Bring your right or left ankle on top of your right knee, figure four. Sink your tailbone back and down. Now option to stay here, keep your chest lifted. Option to draw your hands down to your mat. You can pulse into your right leg. Just breathing here. Let that feel good. Now if your hands are down to your mat, bring your hands back up to your heart center. Lift your torso. Inhale. Exhale, warrior three, Virabhadrasana 3. Send your left leg back behind. Extend your arms forward. Find your balance, find your control. Turn your left pinky toe down. Keep your hips in one line. Fight for it. Exhale, chair pose. Toes to touch, knees to touch, arms sweep up. Exhale, swan dive forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, just plant your hands down. Come up onto your tippy toes. Find your squat and curl. Lower your hips all the way down to a hover. Reach for opposite elbows. For a deeper compression, give yourself a big hug. Tuck your chin in. And then work your way to a seat. So just come all the way down to your sitting bones. Legs straight out in front of you, Dandasana. Now inhale, arms reach all the way above your head. Exhale, Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Hinging from your hips, lead your torso to the top of your thighs. Now you can bend your knees as much as you need to here. Walk down the edges of your legs, work your way to the blades of your feet, eventually to the tops of your feet. If you have a strap or a towel, wrap around the blades of your feet, walk down your midline. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to deepen. Good job today, guys. We'll add on next week in our week 2. So you have one more breath. Inhale, slowly lift back up. Exhale, Pada Koundinyasana. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees out wide. Interlace your fingers to the blades of your feet. Inhale, lengthen, lift, and reach. Exhale, gently forward fold. Bring your elbows to the outsides of your shins, round through your spine. Pull your forehead to your big toes. Inhale, slowly lift back up. Exhale, go ahead and plant the soles of your feet down just outside your sitting bones. So take your knees about hip-width distance apart, so create space with your inner thighs. Now, option to place your hands back by your hips. You can lean back as far as you can, hold here. You can come all the way back to your forearms. Your final option, or deepest expression, is to reach forward, palms face up. Lean back, chest is lifted. Extend your spine, so try not to round through your spine here or dump down. Belly button pulls into the spine. Now, extend your right leg to the top of your mat. Keep the hover, flex your toes back towards your shin. Bring your knee up into your shoulder or into your chest. Exhale, extend. Keep it going here. Give me 4. You've got 3. You've got 2. Now I want you to hold your leg down to a hover and 1. Find rainbow taps. So take it out, bring it in for 4. We've got 3. Activating through your low core. You've got 2. Now keep your leg out to your right side and 1. Place your arms in between if they're lifted, or bring your hands back behind. Now hug your knee up into your shoulder and extend. Feel the external oblique. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and plant the sole of your right foot down. Sit up tall, let that go. Send your chest forward. Breathe. Now we'll take it to our left side. So once again, soles of your feet down. Lean back as far as you can. Option to place your hands down or keep your arms straight, palms face up. Extend your left leg to the top of your mat. Flex your toes back towards your shin. Now bring your knee up into your chest. Exhale, extend. Keep it in. Keep it going here. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend your left leg, rainbow taps. Take it out, bring it in. Active through your core. Feel the sensation in your low belly and the external oblique. Give me 2 more. Now hold your left leg over to your left side and 1. Hug your knee into your shoulder. Extend. Whew. You should feel this in the external oblique. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect, guys. Plant the soles of your feet down, hug your knees in, sit up tall, let that go. Breathe. Now slowly work your way all the way back onto your backs. Find your way into a happy baby. Send the soles of your feet up, draw your knees down, plug your shoulder blades back and down. Now you can reach for the inside blades of your feet or the outside, whatever feels good for you. If this is too much, you can always grab underneath your thighs, keep pressing down. Maybe rock side to side, left to right, make your baby happy. Maybe find an extension through the leg, alternating right and then left. Slowly work your way back to your midline. Hug your knees into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, supine twist to your right. So bring your arms out to a T. Now, draw both knees over to the right side of your mat. Keep your knees stacked. Take your gaze to your left hand. Work to keep your shoulders grounding. Inhale, slowly bring everything back into your midline. Exhale, supine twist to your left. Take your gaze right. Work to keep your shoulder grounded. Inhale, slowly come all the way back into your midline. This time just find legs up the wall, so send your feet straight up to the ceiling. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. Completely surrender into your upper body. Allow the blood to drain down into your torso. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest or digest. Always good to do right before bed, or anytime you have anxiety or any kind of stress. Now with core control, just lower your heels all the way down to the top of your mat. Once your heels touch the top of your mat, find yourself a good morning stretch. Inhale, reach your arms all the way above your head. Point your toes towards the front of your mat. Big inhale, hold it at the top. Audible exhale, release. Slowly allow your hands to fall out to the side, palms face up to receive. Close your eyes, come into your final Shavasana. life back into your bodies. Inhale, completely fill up your lungs. Audible, exhale, let it go. Let's do that again. Inhale, completely fill up. Clench your fist shut, shrug your shoulders up, squeeze every muscle fiber in your body. Audible, exhale, release. Leave everything on your mat, take nothing home. When you're ready, work your way into a fetal position, either on your right or your left side. Your right side is your masculine energy, your sun energy, your Pingala. Your left is your feminine energy, your moon energy, or your Ida. And then slowly work your way up to an easy seated pose, just crossing at your ankles, lengthening through your spine, and sitting up tall. Now inhale, arms reach all the way above your head. Take all that good energy, bring it down into your heart center, your heart space, your fourth chakra. Inhale your confidence, your self-love, your self-acceptance. And then exhale all your fears and doubts. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.